Why did you just say encoder overloaded? What? Huh? Huh? Game kit. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Game card properties. No, USB video. Yay. Yo, why are you not working? Okay, I think I connected to the wrong thing. I'm back soon. I'm back. Yeah. I'm back now. For everybody who doesn't know what the fuck is going on, I decided I can't. Of course this shit happened again. Of course, now I'm the constant connectivity issues for no fucking reason are now going to pile up again. Fuck you and your sister for being that fucking flimsy. Well, what am I supposed to do? Anyways, this entire thing basically happened because I know. System information. I have 12.0. Nice. Okay, the video that I've been looking for says what specifically? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Good. What is the first thing I need to do? First of all, today, one of the reasons why we're gonna jailbreak at PlayStation 4 today. Hello. Hello, yellow kid. Yeah, what we're gonna do is something really, really fun. At least in my opinion, because I think it's really, really important. And that is the jailbreaking of my PlayStation 4. Apparently, there's finally a way to do that with my current firmware version, and that is very important. That also means for you, my dear viewer, that I might be able to do much more compelling streams. Basically, that I can do a lot. You get the point. Good. Okay. Why are you starting GIMP? I don't want to start GIMP. Why are you doing that? No. Stop starting random programs. I know I accidentally clicked on something that is linked to GIMP, but that wasn't my intention. Anyways, hello Yellow Kid, how are you doing? How was your great day? Also, just to randomly showcase, yes, this is a completely working PlayStation 4. Yes, I have one of my favorite, enlarge. Yes, here I have PlayStation, my favorite. Wait, I need to do something. I need to open preview projector. New window. Yay! Cause I can use OBS as my view count, like as my projector for these games. So obviously I'm going to play the best fucking Marvel Spider-Man game. I have not played Spider-Man 2 yet, so the things that I'm saying are heavily biased. Good. Can you? Good. Like just to show, like, this is an actual completely functional version of a PlayStation 4. I know I technically. Yeah, I know. It's just so that I can play a little bit Miles Morales with the end suit. You got me. I don't deny that. But also, it's the best fucking suit in the game.
Miles, hey, do you have a basin wrench? Maybe in my dad's stuff. I can check.
Well, no.
May wouldn't be happy, but I'm gonna replace the
I haven't.
lime green guest bathroom sink. 76 was a beautiful year, but it's time to move on. You need any help? I'm happy to swing out to
Wait, what's the button again?
This is therapeutic.
This is what I do it.
Full-scale bathroom renovation.
Woohoo!
Now that sounds incredibly boring. Just wait. Once you're an old, grizzled Spider-Man like me, you'll get hyped about home repair. Anyway, thanks for coming to Manhattan while I'm in DIY mode. Hey, my pleasure. What's the point of having two Spider-Men if they don't coordinate work schedules? I heard that. Alright, I should get back to it. Find that wrench, let me know. Can do. Later, Pete.
What crime in progress? We're back at cracking the PlayStation 4 as soon as possible. I just need to do, yeah, I know, I'm looking for excuses, but come on, I'm in the moment. I know it's my fault for starting the game in the first place. Okay. Ha! Beat the shit out of. Ow! No! I haven't played this game in ages. Ooh, nice. Takedown. Come on. Ooh. Yes. And. Duh. Oh, I love Miles. I'm just doing a really bad job at doing my job, which is not a good thing. And wait, what? I lost him. That sucks. But yeah, the end, my favorite suit. Just to showcase. I basically have every suit except for some special suits that I think are locked behind things that I don't want to do. Oh, I'm really sad that I didn't get that suit. But the end is the best suit, that's just how it is. Like here. Look at that. Look at that. That's style. That's what I call style. Isn't it? Advanced tech suit. That looks nice, but really not my style. But yeah, point is that we're gonna crack this thing. But we sadly have to kill the application, and what we also have to do, I have to the hell? Yes. I have to format my USB stick. Yeah, all data on it will be gone. I'm completely aware of that. Okay, formatting is over. Therefore, we're now gonna insert yo. Good. I need settings, storage, and save data management. Save data on USB storage. Copy to... What do you mean USB device not connected? I've never seen a USB device that connected before. What? Oh, come on, man. Come on, save data on USB storage. Ah, damn. Okay, bro. Is there something special that I have to do? Formatting a heading USB for PS4. Must be FAT32 or XFAT. Sure, but that's what this thing is. That's what I am having here in my... Are you dumb? I'm also gonna do this for a second. Gonna clean that up. Okay. You're fat 32. You have 6. You have 8 Gigabytes. Kannst du mir vielleicht mal deinen USB-Stick leihen? Der hier irgendwie wird nicht anerkannt.
Ist das nicht der kaputte?
Der funktioniert, aber der wird mir vom PC erkannt, aber von der PlayStation 4 nicht. Was meinst du verbrannt? Die ist so perfekt. Okay. Also gonna do the basic cleanup things for my other drafts. Yo. Thanks. Ich meine, wäre so cool, wenn ich meine PlayStation 4 jetzt formatieren könnte. Sebi? Die Filme drauf willst du nicht behalten? Da sind Dateien drauf.
Ja, die habe ich am PC.
Also formatieren ist okay. Jetzt wo du sagst. Eberhofer. Wait. What are you? Media box. Start indexation. That's not what I wanted. I'm just gonna put you here. Come on, and I'm getting having my pizza. Pizza. Damn, my data transfer is horrendous. Well, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing fine. And should I? Oh, I'm dying to play some Bloodborne again. So hard. Bloodborne is such a good game. You know what? While that, we're gonna play some Spider-Man Miles Morales. But who the fuck is telling me that I can't? Who? Oh, can you please? Thank you. Yo. Good. And until that's finished, we're just gonna chill a little bit in Spider-Man. This Spider-Man. The better one.
Another Christmas gone, another year without a boyfriend. Ugh.
Hey y'all, I realized something today. That sounded like an after-school special, but I'm gonna soldier on. Okay.
Woohoo!
You listen to this podcast because I'm on it. You're not looking for someone more buttoned up, professional, older, like 18 million credentials. You want to hear from and talk to me about what's happening in our city. So I won't be changing how I do this. No trying to class up the pod, no ads, no blazers. It's just me and you. And you know what? I think that's perfect. Thanks, friends. And until next time, don't become someone's reply guy on social media, okay? It's super annoying. Goodbye.
Feel like the underground's hiding something here. Is Spider-Man trying to steal from the underground? I don't think so. I hit Spider-Man!
Come on. Ow. Ooh. Yes. Beat you up. That's good. Well, no. Ooh, nice. Haha. Ooh, damn. That looks like something. Ah, there it is. Okay. Gotcha.
Definitely use this.
Well. Hee 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 hee. Let's take it swinging. Woo! Damn! Haha. Oh, there's more to do. Nice.
Steel going down nearby. Thank you, anonymous app user.
How long you been an arms dealer? Started after I got laid off in Odyssey. Spider-Man! Ditch the stuff! Sorry. Spider-Man's frown on unauthorized arm dealings. Stay out of my business! Come here!
No! I'm so bad. I haven't played this game in ancient. I'm just waiting for the USB stick to finally copy the data that I want to have. Then I'm going to copy the data from. You said down, but for some reason I don't believe you.
Watch it.
Of course. What? Fuck you. Good.
Yeah, we used it. Spider-Man took the break. Get him. Oh, we're doing this? Okay.
Nope. Nope. Ha ha. Now I can stop you real good. Oh, nope. Yeah, come on. Yes! Stop moving. Thank you.
It's the last one.
Ooh.
Yep. The underground took over that billboard. Bet they're close by.
Hmm.
Gotta lock onto the signal. Tracking the signal.
Tracking the signal.
Alright. Now to track them down. Throwing your evil logo on a billboard is definitely a power move. There they are. Hey, I had some notes on your billboard campaign. Got a minute?
Ha ha. Nope. Oh, ha ha. Ooh, finisher. Done. Ooh, damn. Oh. Overcharge. Damn. Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. And another one down.
Taking out the transmitter will kill the interference.
Wait, where's the transmitter? Oh yeah, there's the transmitter.
Where's the transmitter?
Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
There. Billboard should be back to normal now.
Good. Hello, decision making, Kiwi and Apple. I'm currently just waiting for something to be done. I need to copy some data from the USB stick I'm going to use. And until then, I'm playing a bit of Miles Morales. Oh, wait.
Thanks a lot, Santa.
What do you mean, thanks a lot, Santa? What did Santa do to you?
Hey, the Map says a civilian's being attacked in your area.
Ah, come on. Civilians have priority. Come on. Just run, 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 run. Ha!
Help that person before they get beaten up any worse.
Ha!
Forget them. Focus on Spider-Man.
Nope. I'm not gonna give you a dumb fucking chance. Yes! No! I saw vision. Yeah, they have the beautiful buttons. Ha ha! And bad day to mess with who? I don't have a hard time. It's what he said after he died. You ignore that. I don't know what happened. Where have I been? Oh, who wouldn't love to be Spider-Man? Yes. Good, let's see. The data's almost finished. The data is finished. So yeah. I'm going to just quit. Yes. And then I'm going that way. Close applications. Yes. Miles Morales. I'm sorry, my dear game. Good. Now that the game is finished, now that the download is finished. If you don't know what I'm doing, again, all I'm trying to do is literally just to get to crack my PlayStation 4. And yes, I'm doing this on a live stream because I what I originally wanted to do, I didn't get myself to do it, and this technically doesn't take that long. So I have a small little stream where I motivate myself to do something very, very basic that I really, really want to do for a very, very long time. And that is to decommercialize my PlayStation 4. Get what I mean? So now I'm going to... Yeah, it's a server. You can install application on your... But I don't want to install applications on that one. I just wanna... where is it? Where is it? System... Application save data... Save data in storage system. Copy to USB storage device. Options. Select multiple applications. Obviously the obvious ones, and I don't really need Twitch on that one. Not yet. Not at the moment. And yeah, copy. Copying. And how have you been doing, Kiwi and Apple? Had it been a great day for you, or had it been a phenomenal day? What's the reason for living? I like pizza, and I like to eat more of it. Come on, only a handful of seconds left. Okay. At this point, if you want to crack your PlayStation 4 with me, I'm going to tell you certain things that you should do. I'm not going to explicitly, actively show them here. For some obvious reasons. Real good. I love my pizza. Good. Now, we had a folder on our USB stick called PS4, save data. And on here is the save data of all the game that we basically just talked about. Here, Infamous, Spider-Man, I don't know, whatever that is. More Infamous. Ah, God of War. Okay. But yeah, now we have that. We can technically use... What? That is the wrong thing that I want to... Yes. Okay, now I'm gonna look at the video. Because I am watching a video. So there's a video that I'm going to follow. And I'm going to follow this video. And we are going to... And then you're gonna see what I'm gonna do. Yeah? Yeah, can you come... Can you... Continue? System backup method. Okay? Yeah? Good. We got the stick. We got the PlayStation 4. Anything else we need to know? Please don't let this be something where I need to have an actual internet connection, because that would freak me out so hard. Please don't let this be something where I actually have to have an internet connection for my PlayStation 4, because I don't have one. I haven't tried that yet. But apparently the easiest way is to do the basic thing anyways. So I need... We're gonna go with system backup method, because I don't need any of these real data. I just got that data. That's it. I don't need my account that is connected to that anyways, as I don't need that either, because for some fucking reason my which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this, PlayStation refuses to give me my account back. But hey, that's PlayStation's fault, not fucking mine. And I know that it's not fucking mine, because I went through every fucking possibility what could have gone wrong. And I still have no idea how PlayStation can blame me for anything. Like, no joke. It was a simple mistake that just could have happened out of, I don't know, literally anything. I think I can actually, like, delete that one, can I? So, here, Now we're transferring my data to one of my save files, to one of my, drives. That's what we're gonna do. Gonna connect it to one of my drives. Then we're probably gonna need to reformat the stick anyway, so this is also what we're gonna do. Are you still with me? Please tell me that you're still with me, because I don't know if I'm still with me. Good. Yeah. Can we please fucking continue? Yeah, I have 12.4. Like, this works with... The exploit we're gonna use is gonna work with devices that are at 13 or under. Every exploit I tried to find before that wouldn't have worked. Like, oh, okay, good. But every exploit that I tried before that wouldn't have worked with anything above 12. I wouldn't have worked with anything above 11 something. And the only exploits that would have worked on 12 or higher needed a disk, but this one doesn't, which is really, really nice. You always find new exploit. There's always someone who's capable, whose entire existence basically just revolves around finding exploits in consoles. You will always find someone. And hey, nice to know that you're still here, yellow kid. I hope I'm boring you not too much. That would be a little depressing. No! I need an internet connection to my PlayStation for this fucking piece of shit software. Wait, can I make a network thing? Connect to internet. Wait. Set up internet connection. Use Wi-Fi. I don't have any other way. Do you want to set up an internet connection? Easy. This is our Wi-Fi. Okay, wait a second, I'm back soon. I'm back very soon. Scam! I don't want to need a fucking internet connection on a PlayStation 4. Well, if I really need to, I can make one, but it's gonna be a really, really crappy one. Not even saying that out of spite or something, it's just the truth. It's gonna be a really, really crappy connection. Even the connection to my phone and the fucking Wi-Fi is terrible as hell. So obviously I'm not gonna show you the godforsaken password. I'm not going to show you how I type it in. Due to safety reasons, of course. That makes sense, right? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Good. So, deactivating game card for a few seconds. Then... Okay. When I need that number and that number and that number and that number. And that. All right. Please connect. I know the connection is shitty as hell. Cannot connect to Wi-Fi. Might be too weak. I know that the connection is too weak. That's one of my fucking issues. Oh, come on. Please don't. Oh. Please connect. Please connect now. Please connect now. Please connect now. Oh, nice. I know internet connection is gonna be terrible, but hey, the connection exists. Obtaining IP address. Successful. Let's update the system software to use network features. I don't give a damn. I don't need that. I don't need that. All I need is an internet connection. So we can do the entire rest of a build. Are you still with me? Are you? I fucking hope you are. Yeah, of course. It's okay, we can start. What? How can we start? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yo, go on. I think I'm gonna need to... Oh, for fuck's sake, I can test that, like... Oh, okay. I can actually use that. I can actually do the extended storage method. Oh. Good. Good. Can we now continue? Yo. Yeah, we were there. Okay. Oh, yeah, because this is the system backup method. I need the USBs. I need to make the backup. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yo, come on. Why? So, when we're gonna go... Storage, system stuff. Okay, we go to... We go to system. We go to... Backup and restore. Backup PS4. There's not enough free space on the place? Okay. Backup PS4. Yes. Following data will be backed up. Applications. Deselect all. Okay, backup. Preparing to backup. Restarting the PlayStation 4. Do not unplug the AC power cord when the power indicator, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, now we restart the PlayStation 4. Nice. Because my plan basically is when I'm having PlayStation 4 backed up, when I could technically make it into a mini Steam Deck, you know, a mini Steam Deck that's also a PlayStation 4. Get the point? That way I can either stream over the PlayStation 4 directly and then just play my games on my PC, and therefore save a lot of space while trying to stream, you know, or the other way around. And generally having a PlayStation 4 that is more capable than a normal PlayStation 4 is always a benefit. I mean, hey, the last few streams when I was streaming, my roommate was ripping some of his favorite DVDs. And it's not like he doesn't like the DVDs he has or something. It's literally just, yo, I would love to watch these movies on my PC, but my PC doesn't have a disk drive. So, what other choice does he have? And you know what he used to do that? Do you want to know what he used to do that? He used my PlayStation 3 to do that. My jailbroken PlayStation 3, because my PlayStation 3 is fucking better than any other godforsaken PlayStation 3. You know that? You feel that? You get the point that I'm trying to make here? Do you? Do you have any plan what I'm trying to make here? Do you have any plan? I don't know. I don't know even. Why the fuck is my balcony door open anyways? Let me close my balcony door, okay? And I don't know if all that complaining and all that screaming around and talking shit is in any kind of way funny, but I think it's kind of funny, so I hope it's entertaining enough for you. Sorry, I didn't want to hit this. Let's see. Oh no, one more time. I would have loved to hear something like, "Oh yeah, your skirmishing is kind of funny," or your constant complaining is tiresome. Stop it. Get some help. But no, apparently I'm not impressionable enough for these kind of comments. Am I? Apparently I'm not impressionable enough. But also, legally speaking, no fucking one, not a single individual can complain that I'm doing this, and not a single individual can complain that I'm streaming this, because it's completely 100% legal that I'm able to do this to my own fucking device. I bought it. It's my device. It's in my household. In my household, my devices do what I tell them to. Damn. So what do we do next? Yo. Okay, now we can, after PlayStation 4 restarted, we can photosensitive epilepsy. Good. Good, I can disconnect this. Also, what the fuck game that needs so much fucking storage? Like, really? Something apparently. Some of my games apparently need 300 and whatever storage. And how? How? Like, yo, I know that Miles Morales is not 300 fucking gigabytes. And I know that's the only godforsaken game I have directly downloaded. I have Infamous Second Son as a physically. I have Ghost of Tsushima Game of the Year edition physically. I have Marvel's Insomniac Spider-Man physically. I have God of War Ragnarok and Bloodborne physically. What game needs like 300 whatever gigabytes of storage? None of them should. So yeah, here. Sphere. So with the backup data. All right. Cut out. Backup. All right. Now I hate my PC. My PC is sometimes so incredibly slow. So yeah, if I manage to do this, which I most likely will. What do you think I should stream next from my PlayStation 4? Cause I don't know. I feel like loading something on my PlayStation 3 and then just randomly play Cyberpunk or something would be so cool. Cause there are a handful of games that I really would love to stream, and I think the PlayStation 4 would only barely be able to make it. And when I could, the PC could just focus on streaming itself and not start fucking dying when I'm trying to play normally, you know? Let's see. What do you want me to do next? Well, first of all, Celestia Paley. Today when you're playing a game, originally I thought, oh yeah, I should probably continue working on I should probably continue. Because that's not what we're gonna do today. I streamed Bloodborne already, as far as I know. I also streamed Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, my favorite of the Spider-Man games that I have, but I also only have Insomniac and, well, Miles Morales. And what we're going to do is, I don't know if you like that, because we are going to jailbreak my PlayStation 4. That's what we're here for today. If we finish to do that and everything works, then I love to play a little bit of Bloodborne. But first of all, we're gonna try to get this going, okay? First of all, we're gonna try to get my PlayStation 4 to give up its Well, did you know that Bloodborne technically is first of all about the philosophy that with more knowledge comes more pain, and also is a never-ending cycle. Like, technically, Bloodborne is a time loop. Technically. But that's a different story. We are about jailbreak my PlayStation 4, and for that we're still going to follow that tutorial that I'm currently watching. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you didn't know. The thing is, the hunter in Bloodborne, like, there are people who are basically making, like, character sheets of what type of character the main character of each game is. Technically, as a JRPG, you make your own character and then run through it, but depending on what you're capable of doing and what you're capable of deciding, people basically make up the mind of what kind of character you probably are. And in Bloodborne, you have two options in the end. Either, give up yourself to the headhunter, and then he restarts the night, or you kill the headhunter, then kill the eldritch god that is entrapping Yarnum in this struggle, and then you start the entire shit yourself, just out of lulz, just for the fucking sake of it. Like, the Bloodborne character. I know that it's gonna survive that. Do you know how many? You know what? How many of my consoles are jailbroken? I tell you, the amount of jailbroken consoles in my household outweighs the amount of not jailbroken consoles in my household. My PlayStation, my Nintendo 3DS is jailbroken. My PlayStation Portable is jailbroken. My PlayStation 3 is jailbroken. The only reason the Wii isn't, or the Wii from my roommate isn't, or for my flatmate in this case, isn't jailbroken yet, is because because we're always too dumb to buy a fitting SD card. Otherwise, that bitch would have been jailbroken ages ago. I love jailbroken consoles. They are such a... How do I explain this? How do I explain this? The text to... Why? What? Huh? Why are you not audible? You should be audible. Huh? Wait. Properties? Default.
Sup.
OBS. It was you all along. OBS was the problem. So everything did work. You just basically didn't hear a single thing of whatever I just played. Did you hear that though? Like, I need to check that. Did you hear the video that I was playing the entire time? I don't know. Let's check. Let's turn that back to default for a second. And let's see. Did you hear the video that I was playing? Yeah, you did, but you didn't hear. But you didn't hear the That doesn't make sense. Especially because the TTS is part of the same fucking program. Like, both work with.
Both work with Chrome.
Are you fucking kidding me? Now suddenly it works. So it was a sound card error, apparently. Otherwise, I have no idea why the fuck that doesn't work. Anyways, continue working the video.
ALR, thanks for making that audible.
Dass wir auf die Asset-Sektion kommen. Denn hier gibt es halt diverse Dateien für diverse Methoden. Zum Beispiel haben wir hier die
special data with special methods. Continue.
Extended Storage Methoden, wie ich gerade erwähnt habe.
You
Was uns
yellow
aber
kid.
interessiert, sind Vu System Backup und Vu Lite System Backup. Denn von diesem Jailbreak gibt es einmal eine Lite- und Full-Variante. Bei der Lite-Variante wird einfach der normale Gold 10 Payload geladen.
Yellow
Denn
kid
um das Ganze
56.
mal so ein bisschen voneinander zu separieren, Vu ist der Exploit, der die Sicherheitslücke ausnutzt. Und Gold 10 ist am Ende das Tool, was uns halt erlaubt, zum Beispiel Games zu installieren und so weiter und so fort. Deswegen, bei der Lite-Variante wird nur der Gold 10 Exploit geladen.
Sub Celestia Paisley.
So what the guy is basically saying, I should get Vu system backup normally, and I know where I'm gonna store that. I have a special storage for that, for these kind of programs. I think I have it on this thing. Let's see, do I have it on there? I have an emulator folder on here. Does that... So it's not on that one. Is it on somewhere else? Is it on E, perhaps? 1v2 weird. Zeig. Games. RetroArch. PS2. Wait. Canary? Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Anyway, I keep you here. I'm going to download you into this specific folder. Speichern. Yay! Also, I know, nah, it's a little bit of a controversial opinion, but even though Bloodborne managed to get me to play this game a second time, to have a second playthrough, Lies of P managed to get me to have a third playthrough. I'm already on my third playthrough in Lies of P and halfway through it. I know, I'm having problems. Ooh, thing is almost downloaded. Also, when this is downloaded.
Bei der normalen, also der Full-Variante, haben wir noch so ein Exploit-Menü, wo diverse Einstellungen die wir machen können. An eurer Stelle würde ich immer die Full-Variante nehmen. Sicher auf jeden Fall.
Yeah, going with a full variant of an exploit is always a better option. Usually you get a bunch of stuff that you might not need, but that might be incredibly fucking handy when you get it. Again, my roommate was ripping some of his favorite Blu-rays over my PlayStation 3. Like, he was like, yeah, he wants to try this and that way, and I'm just like, our PlayStation 3 is jailbroken, right? There is 900% something on it that lets you rip these from on the console and then lets you be able to watch your favorite movies on your fucking PC. Which he only needed to do because my PlayStation 3 has a Blu-ray driver and his PC doesn't. Like, his PC doesn't have a driver, doesn't have a CD driver at all, so he wanted to rip it to be able to watch his favorite movies on his PC. And my PlayStation 3 was perfectly capable of delivering that. And my PlayStation 4 is gonna be able to do so much more. Oh yeah. I'm going to have so much fun. I mean, normal laughter. So, come on.
Laden uns dann hier die 7Z-Datei runter.
Mhm.
Und das gleiche machen wir einmal genauso für die neueste Version von Gold Hen. Das ist.
Wait. I need to download Gold 10 separately? I thought Gold, I don't need it. Okay, downloading the newest version of
Just
Gold
in
10.
case you didn't notice, I redeemed fun fact.
Yeah, I saw that. I just didn't know what fun fact I'm supposed to say. Yeah. I have one fun fact for you. A very interesting fun fact for you about my favorite Spider-Man game. And for this fun fact, I'm going to open this. No, for fuck's no, I don't need a fucking update. My entire point is that I don't need an update. Anyways, my favorite suit in this game, obviously, all of the suits in Spider-Man have some kind of background stories. All of them, literally all of them. And some of them have a lore internal background story, some of them doesn't. My favorite my favorite suit, first of all, looks the fucking coolest, of course. We don't even have to argue about that. It's the best fucking suit in the entire game, and I will not take any godforsaken no for an answer. If you don't agree, you have a really, really bad taste, and I am very, very sorry for you. Anyways, the really interesting story about my favorite Miles Morales suit is very specifically that apparently, for all I know, he wore that when he dies. Apparently, he wears this suit at his very last day of fighting as Spider-Man. And not just as that, because there's even more fucking lore behind that. He's not just wearing it at the last time he dies, he's also wearing it as the mayor of the fucking city. This suit, or close to this suit. This suit. Ah, fuck you, that you're turning around it on me. It's really annoying. This suit, the end, is the outfit he's wearing to fight against some a white supremacist who tries to take over New York and who stole a copy of Captain America's serum and therefore basically turned into a giant over-mutated muscly bastard. And to fight, and at the time, Miles Morales, who I don't know if they knew that he was Spider-Man or not, I'm not sure, but he also was mayor of the fucking city. In the comic is, I think, the end of Miles Morales, or the end of Spider-Man, I'm not sure. Which is also why this suit is called The End. He fights he fights against this basically evil wannabe copy of Captain America, who sees himself as whatever, and he fights against him in this outfit, both as the mayor of the city, as the mayor of New York, protecting his citizens, and Spider-Man, and I think he won, but I think he succumbed to his injuries, and that's why he died. Also, this is just the fucking coolest suit ever. Like, nah. There's some cool suits, obviously. There's the animated suit. There's the Brooklyn Vision Academy suit. I mean, but we all know that Cat Bodega is one of the better suits. Where is it? Where's Cat Bodega? There! Cat Bodega. If you're playing with this suit, the cat in his backpack.
Bro, you know the backstory of every damn suit. I was just looking at it like, yeah, that one looks cool.
like this is also an internal backstory. Basically, you have a small mission where you have to find someone's cat, and the cat. And when he puts the cat in his backpack and gives the cat back to the guy who was looking for, and when you finish the game, you unlock this suit as a new game plus item, so you can play the entire game with this suit. And I don't know the origin of every suit. I, for example, don't know where the hell Miles Morales 2099 suit comes from, because I also know that the original Spider-Man 2099 isn't really a Spider-Man. He just took up the mantle of Spider-Man because he really admired Spider-Man and couldn't have his legacy die out. And we all know this, and we all technically know this, because we all probably watched Into the Spider-Verse, and Into the Spider-Verse, Miguel O'Hara is literally that Spider-Man. Miguel O'Hara isn't Peter Parker, and he's not even bitten by a radioactive spider. He has no relation to spiders. He's a vampire. So I don't quite know what the origin of that one is, but I think it's just supposed to... I always thought, I'm not sure if it is, but I always thought it is just a reimagination of the 2099 suit, as if Miles made it. I mean, it makes sense. Look at that one. It just looks fucking epic. This is how I would look if I would be Spider-Man. And honestly, I'm just an inch away from just giving vigilanteism a try. And the only reason why I'm just an inch away from it is because these inch are literally just, get a little bit more fit and try to invent a few things or craft a few things that would actually fucking help you. I don't know, level up your fucking slinging skills first, Drapers, before you attempt something like this.
This is what happened last time. I say one thing and suddenly I know the entire history of the suit LMAO.
But it is such a cool suit. Not just because of the history, just because it looks fucking cool. Like, I always wear jackets like this. One of my favorite jackets is a completely... a bright red one that I always wear like this. Either that or I wear it off with the hood off, of course. I love hoodies, okay? I love Hampton, and I love jackets. What I don't love, hoodie, Hampton, well, I had a few, which are not that great. They're good if you have a t-shirt under it, obviously. I shouldn't stab. Anyways, the end suit, this Spider-Man Miles Morales suit, I will not take no for an answer on that one.
I swear you seem to be Spider-Man, hee.
I would love to, but sadly I'm not smart enough to do one of these web fluids. But I am currently playing a lot with the idea of actually like making my sling like a multi-tool. Technically it's possible. Technically, because a sling is just basically just a rope. A sling is basically just a rope with the middle part being a little bit more flat and thick. That's basically what a sling is. And technically, if you have any idea with anything that has a rope darts, meteor hammers, a grappling hook, whatever. Technically, you can do all that still with a sling and have the sling still be a sling. Like, you can still use your projectile thrower as a projectile thrower and use everything else with it. But that's similar with knives. The only people who don't like knives are people who don't know knives very much or who believe every single bad thing you ever heard about a knife. But they aren't. Knives are just multi-tools. The way it highly depends on who's using it, of course, and how smart the person is who's using it. I had people who basically stabbed themselves just by opening one. And I'm using it as to pry open something, to screw in fucking screws, to I can as a bottle opener, like the blade itself as a bottle opener. I can do so much shit with a knife. I know I always sound a little bit crazy when I'm talking about it, but they're part of my hobbies. Okay, it's normal.
LMAO, of course you seem like Spider-Man somehow turned into an actual engineering explanation.
Well, that is a really Spider-Man-esque thing for me to do, isn't it? But nah, I'm too white and too German to beat Spider-Man. I'm saying I'm too white because the best Spider-Man is Miles Morales. That's just the case. I don't know, man. I vibe with him so much more.
Really think through how fictional stuff would work IRL. Does that same brain kick in when you're making your own characters too?
Oh yeah, I have so many stories, but I have so many stories in my head that only due to laziness and an incredibly huge amount of lack of motivation is the reason why I haven't done that yet. Why I haven't written those stories. I recently told someone about one of my favorite stories, and suddenly it turned into a wait. Now that I think about it, I mean, it's not like I wouldn't like like I wouldn't like to join into the thing, but I just don't have the money. Because the idea was, we're using my story, and because the protagonist has two bodies, long explanation, I'm not too long explanation, I'm not gonna get into it yet. The idea was, hey yo, why don't we make a comic out of this? And we both are basically then just the character. It was like, yeah, this sounds cool. And at first I thought this would be like a co-op thing. I'm writing the story and she's writing, drawing the pictures. But no, the co-op thing would be that we're asking another artist to do the drawings for us. And I don't have the money to ask 500 artists to do something for me. I would have loved to do that. Because I love my stories. I'm a very, very annoying fan of my own stuff, but I can't tell that to everybody, because every time I have a cool idea about it again, people just look at me weird and just like, what are you talking about? Like, the story that I came up with, you know, the thing that I told you like 3 times about, and I just realized I'm the only one incredibly hyped about it. Yeah, I stopped talking. Yeah, hello, that's me. You came to the right place to be incredibly confused by someone talking a lot of bullshit. Anyways, we're here to jailbreak my PlayStation 4, aren't we? Yes, we are.
Und hier ist die erste Option eigentlich immer die neueste. Eigentlich auf GetNow, müsst dann eure E-Mail-Adresse und so weiter eintragen, ein bisschen komisch.
Wait, do you even know where to play my own characters?
ZIP-Datei für.
Nah, I actually get that. LOL. When something lives in your head for so long you already see the whole thing, then you explain one tiny piece and everyone else is just like, oh cool.
Yeah, oh, cool. can you be normal for 5 minutes? And I'm like, do you know me? When am I normal? This is, what are you asking about?
Gold 10 haben. Als letztes brauchen wir noch Apollo Save Tool.
Okay, we need the Apollo save tool. Denn
damit können wir später unseren eigentlichen Account anlegen.
Oh, now I really want to annoy you with one of my favorite stories that I made up. But I shouldn't. I'm here to jailbreak my PlayStation 4.
Werdet ihr alles im Laufe des Videos auf jeden Fall noch sehen.
Yeah, come on, go on.
Drauf, gehen wieder runter,
Recent.
bis wir die Assets haben und laden uns dann hier die .pkg.
.pkg. Yo.
Die Datei herunter. Aber bevor wir den USB-Stick fertig machen, kurz der Sponsor des heutigen Videos.
Yeah, sponsor. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna skip the sponsor for a minute. Because I don't wanna have any sponsor message, but I'm not getting anything for.
LMAOC, your brain literally lasted like 5 seconds before switching side quests again.
Yeah, I hate. It can be so fun with my ADHD, and then it can be so incredibly fucking frustrating. You're just like, yo! No, I need to finish this. And then you're just like, yo, a little bit. And then you do a little bit. Then you're just like, oh yeah, now I can continue. Why is the sun going down? Fuck.
Das System Backup, Gold 10 und Apollo.
Mhm.
Wir fangen mit dem System Backup, entpacken wir das Ganze einmal. Hier drin haben wir dann einen System Backup Ordner, in dem dann nochmal 4 weitere Sachen drin sind. Was uns jetzt erstmal interessiert, ist der PS4 Ordner selber. Diesen nehmen wir dann einfach, kopieren den und kopieren das Ganze dann auf ein mit exFAT formatiertes Laufwerk, so wie wir es gerade eben gemacht haben.
Okay, I need my... Okay. Na, come on. Dee. Okay, I'm gonna format that to exFAT. Yo, technically it's already formatted, but I still have it. You know, I'm still more format. Something.
Yeah, I can see how that's funny until your brain switches tabs right when you actually want to finish something, LOL.
Yeah, it's so incredibly annoying. And then you say you have so much fun again, just being like basically just in your head, having monologues for hours and hours on end, and when you have so many ideas in your brain. Hey, when I was younger, like a small little fucking child, just barely old enough to be in the last class, to be in the last year of elementary school, I was engineering Leonardo da Vinci type wings. Like, I was having engineering ideas of how to create like a cape with mechanical structures in it, which you could use to fly around with if you want. And nowadays, obviously, it's incredibly dumb because, well, from nowadays' perspective, the materials would have been a lot heavier than they actually needed to be. But technically, from nowadays' perspective, I also know that I can use a lot lighter materials to actually achieve the same thing, and maybe even the same type of mechanisms without actually. And no, I'm not getting into this. I'm not going into this. I don't have a fucking time for it. What did you say about the PlayStation 4?
Der PS4 Ordner selber. Diesen nehmen wir dann einfach, kopieren den und kopieren das.
Okay. We copy that. Copy. we go in here. When we put that on the USB drive, yay, everything's fine. I mean, I currently have similar ideas about how I'm trying to I currently have similar ideas floating my brain around how I can make like a super stealthy hidden blade mechanic, which basically would work with a shit ton of strings, because the entire concept is that it deconstructs itself when you don't use it, but you can easily reconstruct it by pulling on a certain string. And then it would need a lot of very, very specific, specifically positioned holes and pearls and stuff like that to make it look like just a normal fucking bracelet when you have it. And when you pull it, the pearls and whatnot realign itself due to the tension in the string to form the mechanism that you can use to make this thing work. Which all works in theory, but I'm not good enough with how these kind of things work to make this actually, like, work. Otherwise, it would be such a cool project to have, like, something like this. And the only reason it would be so incredibly effective and so incredibly because no one would fucking come up with that. Like, imagine you're just going somewhere, you I don't know, you have your new part-time job as a hitman or something. You try to get into a venue, and of course, the part-time job is as a hitman, because otherwise, why the fuck would you need that? And so everybody's just looking through you, and you're just, yeah, okay, cool. No one knows a thing, because all you have is some really, really weird and novel-looking bracelets, and then you're just pulling on that string, tighten it so that it keeps the tension. And due to the pulling of the strings, this entire thing reconstructs itself into the mechanism that you need. Again, theoretically possible, practically pretty much impossible to make. Should I? No. Drapers, you're learning programming. You should not focus on things like this right now. Focus on doing the fucking Python certification project, you bastard. Anyways, what do I need to do?
Das Laufwerk, so wie wir es gerade eben gemacht haben.
Mhm.
Falls ihr die Backup-Sektion gerade eben geskippt habt, einfach hier Rechtsklick, Eigenschaften, ist es Exfat. Falls nicht, Rechtsklick, formatieren, hier
Yeah, can we?
und das Ganze formatieren lassen. Wir werden alle Daten vom USB-Stick runtergehauen, davor also eine Sicherung machen und wir sind good to go. Hauen den Ordner dann hier einmal rein. Dann haben wir hier im System Backup Ordner noch die save.zip. Die öffnen wir auch einmal und kopieren.
Okay. Wait. PS4. Gut, save.zip.
Dessen PS4-Ordner ebenfalls auf unseren USB-Stick einmal drauf.
Wait, what?
Die öffnen wir auch einmal und kopieren.
I had to unpack the other thing, but I have to just open this zip file? Oh, okay.
Dessen PS4-Ordner ebenfalls auf unseren USB-Stick einmal drauf. Heißt, der PS4-Ordner, den wir davor reinkopiert haben und den wir jetzt reinkopiert haben, vermischen sich.
Okay, I really hope that. I mean, nowadays that's the case, but yeah. It basically said, yo, the one thing from the system backup and the one thing and the other thing basically use the same file name, so the files just cross over and delete everything, and don't delete the things that are already there. They just overlap. Because that's usually how things work, right?
Diesen Save-File benötigen wir nämlich gleich für unseren neuen Account, den wir anlegen wollen.
Jo.
Hat also wieder was mit Apollo zu tun, keine Sorge, alles geplant. Als nächstes haben wir die GoldHen-Zip-Datei. Da drin sind.
Okay, now we need to go to the GoldHen zip datei. Okay.
Einige Sachen wie zum Beispiel Changelog, also was hat sich geändert, Dankeschön, README und so weiter und so fort. Was uns aber interessiert, ist die goldhen.bin, also Goldhen selber. Kopieren das ebenfalls einmal auf den USB-Stick drauf und benennen es um in payload.bin.
Okay, goldhen.bin. That's so far everything. That's so far pretty close to how I usually do, to how these jailbreaks usually work. How do you set the payload? But is it uppercase or is it lowercase?
Denn nur so wird es vernünftig anerkannt und anderen.
Okay, this video quality is fucking horrendous. Even my videos that I upload are on fucking 4K. How the fuck can it be that what I'm watching on your end is like 480? I mean, it wasn't. It was YouTube who formatted it to the words in that way, but you get the point.
Falls kann es nicht gefunden werden. Falls ihr die Dateiendungen nicht sehen solltet, geht ihr unter Windows 11 auf Anzeigen, einblenden und ausgeblendete Elemente einschalten. Dann sollte hier nicht nur Payload, sondern auch Payload.bin stehen.
Can we continue?
Finally kommt Apollo hier drauf, gehen wir mal auf den Stick und können das einfach aufs Stammverzeichnis mit draufziehen.
So, the other thing you want me to do is that Apollo, and you just want me to put that on the regular as USB stick in the root folder. Okay. I can live with that so far.
Sehr gut aus, würde ich sagen. Stick raus und weiter an der PS4. Hier einmal wieder die
So, okay, now we're gonna go back to the PlayStation 4. Now we unplug my USB stick. Also, if I would be really Spider-Man, I wouldn't need to follow a tutorial like this. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake, no. Just get in there. Ah. Okay, back to PlayStation 4. What do we do?
Öffnen, scrollen nach unten bis auf System, gehen dann runter bis auf Sichern und Wiederherstellen, dort dann PS4 wiederherstellen und nun sollte euch das Vu After Free Backup angezeigt werden.
Backup and restore. You said restore PlayStation 4, right?
Dort dann PS4 wiederherstellen.
Okay, yeah. And here's the backup.
Und nun sollte euch das Vu After Free Backup angezeigt werden vom USB-Stick. Das Ganze wählen wir einmal aus. Hier nochmal eine Warnung von wegen, ja, es gibt kein Zurück, das ist die letzte Option. Überlegt euch das Ganze also nochmal gut.
Do I want to crack my PlayStation 4 and make it into an actual good thing that can contribute to my general, you know, well-being and even my streams, potentially? Well, of course. What the fuck are you thinking?
Ich bin einverstanden, also wiederherstellen und ab geht's. Hier dann auf Ja. Und jetzt heißt es ein wenig abwarten. Sollte keine 10 Minuten dauern.
Anyways, how has your day been going? Has been going great. Amazing. Or even fantastic. I have no idea, but I would really love to see that. But also, you know what? Do you want to know what is the most important factor in my book for learning the sling? Do you want to know? Are you interested in that knowledge? I mean, it's not a lot of knowledge. It's very easy, but very easily explained. But ooh.
Das ging auf jeden Fall relativ schnell und hier sehen wir nun, die Konsole ist auf Englisch, aber
now the guy complains that his console is on English. Of course it is on godforsaken English. Why isn't yours on English? I mean, I know you speak German, but that doesn't godforsaken matter. I'm also German. I'm constant. You know what I mean?
Das können wir gleich easy umstellen. Gehe ich auf Confirm and Continue. Und hier haben wir nun einen einzigen Nutzer, der Vtuber heißt. Kann man jetzt so ein bisschen wie das Administratorkonto sehen. Gehe ich einmal rein.
Oh, there's gonna be a TV thing on it. That is literal. It looks like a TV, but it just has a uwu on it. Uwu? Oh, damn. Confirm, continue. Confirm, continue. Oh, nice.
Und hier sieht man, ja, es ist alles leer, außer die Vu-App selber. Die hat auf jeden Fall ein schönes Logo bekommen. Davor müssen wir aber noch zwei Kleinigkeiten erledigen. Gehen einmal wieder nach oben in die Einstellungen rein, in dem Fall Settings. Dann halt ganz nach unten. Hier dann auf Language und stellen das Ganze mal hier auf Deutsch um.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Angenehmer. Und dann müssen wir einmal Netzwerk connecten. Spielt keine Rolle, ob ihr LAN oder WLAN nutzt. LAN ist in dem Fall einfacher, also mache ich das Ganze einmal.
So, wait, I need to... You want me to connect to the internet again, do you? So yeah, we're gonna make this invisible again. So again, we're gonna go do this. Gonna do... I do this. When I do that. Ooh, we have a cheap as hell internet connection. Come on, please wait. I know what my internet connection ain't good, but you can't leave me hanging that hard. Come on. Who let the dogs out? No. We continue, man. I can't show the screen if you don't connect. Come on, connect now. What's so bad about it? Nah. So what do you want to do then?
Hier wählen wir nun Benutzer definiert. IP-Adresseinstellungen lassen wir hier auf automatisch. DHCP-Hostname geben wir nicht an. Und DNS stellen wir auf manuell. Denn hier sollte bereits vorkonfiguriert sein 62.210.38.117. Falls nicht, setzt das Ganze einmal und geht dann hier unten auf Weiter. MTU lassen wir auch auf automatisch. Proxy verwenden wir nicht.
Hmm. Come on, connect faster. Come on, I just need one fucking standard connection. You know what?
Fall einfacher, also mache ich das Ganze einmal. Hier wählen wir nun Benutzer definiert.
Go with custom. Okay, that. And that's done. Read, freeze. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Okay. Okay, good.
IP-Adresseinstellungen lassen wir hier auf automatisch.
Automatic.
My internet decided to disappear for a bit. LOL, I definitely missed a whole side quest. What are we doing now?
Currently we're basically in the middle of the actual cracking. And yeah, what I said, what the last thing I asked basically was, do you know? Can you imagine what one of the reasons is why I'm so kind of fixated on the sling? Like, can you imagine why I'm in what kind of way why I'm a little bit fixated on this sling to be the thing that I wanna learn?
DHCP-Hostname geben wir nicht an.
We do not specify that.
Und DNS stellen wir auf manuell.
We do that manually.
Denn hier sollte bereits vorkonfiguriert sein 62.210.18.117.
Mhm.
Falls nicht, setzt das Ganze einmal und geht dann hier unten auf Weiter.
Okay, that already is done.
MTU lassen wir auch auf automatisch.
Mhm.
Verwenden wir nicht. Testen das Ganze einmal.
Mhm.
Dort sollte dann auch Abruf der
Okay.
IP-Adresse erfolgreich sein, Internetverbindung aber fehlschlagen, weil wir hiermit Sonys Server blockieren. Dafür ist der DNS-Eintrag da.
Ja,
gut.
good.
Können wir dann mal zurückgehen und auch die PS4 oder in dem Fall einfach PlayStation Vu-App starten.
Okay, let's start that one.
Dieser Hinweis wird immer am Anfang kommen, nicht wundern, einfach mit Kreis zurückgehen. Und nun sehen wir hier dieses Menü. Dort können wir dann einfach mal auf Jailbreak gehen und gucken zu. Wir sehen, es hat jetzt First Try geschafft. Und nun sehen wir hier dieses Menü. Dort können wir dann einfach mal auf Jailbreak gehen.
Okay, just go to jailbreak, okay. Yay! Success!
Und gucken zu. Wir sehen, es hat jetzt First Try geschafft. Da kommen immer so witzige Bilder. Aber es kann auf jeden Fall durchaus passieren, dass es bei euch im ersten Versuch nicht direkt funktioniert. Heißt, da steht zum Beispiel...
Wait, I think that was the part my internet ate. What was the question again?
The question was, can you imagine, or do you have any idea why I am so weirdly fixated on the sling, despite the fact that for some reason, I'm still too lazy to actually learn it. Can you imagine?
It failed, restart the console. Oder das hängt sich einfach komplett auf und es passiert nichts, denn in der Regel passiert das irgendwann nach wenigen Sekunden, dass das Success steht. Falls ihr was anderes sehen solltet, PlayStation-Button gedrückt halten, hier auf Power, dann PS4 neu starten, nochmal in die Vu-App rein und Jailbreak durchlaufen lassen. Kann auch immer 2 bis 4 Versuche dauern, weiß man nie. In meinem Fall hat es jetzt First Try geklappt, können dann einmal hier mit PlayStation-Button zurückgehen. Und ja, hier oben links sehen wir auch statt dem PS Plus-Logo haben wir jetzt Gold Hen. Kann man jetzt auf jeden Fall sagen, ja, sind wir ja durch mit dem Jailbreak. Naja, wir machen jetzt noch ein paar extra Sachen. Denn zuvor haben wir das Apollo Save Tool auf den USB-Stick kopiert, denn dieser ist ja weiterhin noch eingesteckt. Gehen wir dann hier auf Debug Settings drauf, Package Installer.
Oh! Wait, what?
Denn dieser ist, naja, wir machen jetzt noch Gold Hen. Kann man jetzt auf jeden Fall sagen, ja, sind wir
Okay,
ja durch
Debug Settings.
Naja, wir machen jetzt noch ein paar extra Sachen.
Packet Installer.
Das Apollo Save Tool auf den USB-Stick kopiert, denn dieser ist ja weiterhin noch eingesteckt. Gehen wir dann hier auf Debug Settings drauf, Package Installer.
But yeah, do you have any idea why I would prefer the sling over something else? Like, is that like just a question that gives me a reason if you don't to just rant randomly.
Und sehen dann hier die Package-Datei für Apollo, wählen das Ganze aus und lassen es installieren. Haben dann hier links das Apollo Save Tool. Und stimmt, davor legen wir auf jeden Fall noch hier, melde ich mich mal ab und lege einen neuen Nutzer an. Hier melde ich mich mal ab.
Yep, cancel. Log out. PSN button. Make a new user. Create user. Accept. Get more to your PlayStation 4.
The sling is incredibly versatile with its ammo.
That is also a reason.
Okay, wild guess LOL, maybe because it looks super simple at first, but the more you think about it, the more there is to actually learn master, and that seems exactly like the kind of thing your brain gets stuck on.
Like, first of all, visit quit strings incredible versatile with its ammo. Yeah, first of all, you're not wrong. It is incredibly versatile with its ammo. Everything can be an ammo for a sling. And I'm not kidding when I'm saying anything. Like, literally anything. Technically, I could also just use a sniper rifle round and use that as a sling missile. I could even, like, with enough training, I could even get good enough at it to throw it in a way that the actual point stays forward. Like, yeah, but also the sling is just a fucking rope. If you want, you don't need, like, I braided two slings. One of the slings, one of those, like my personal main sling, is incredibly bright. It's incredibly bright, and I'm also using that a little bit as a belt. But I'm only saying this because everything can be made into a sling. You don't have a sling? Oh yeah, rip this piece of fabric off, and as long as it's long enough, and you can swing something in it safely, you can use it as a sling. Every piece of fabric that is roughly twice as long as your lower arm can be used as a sling. And every single thing around you that you can put in there without it flying off while you're swinging it, like without it flying off uncontrollably while you're slinging it, can be ammunition. In addition to that, because everything can be an ammunition, and your ammunition basically just has to be something, you can basically just make smoke grenades and other things that work on impact. You could technically just fill a water balloon with flour, throw it somewhere, throw it at a higher place, and everything below it is gonna be covered in a dust or in a mist of flour. Basically, you could even go further than that and try to add the same thing with two stones that create a spark and create a throwable flower bomb. Like a dust explosion bomb. Technically, if you're smart enough. Like it is about being versatile, but it's also about something that you can create on the spot, about something that you can use on the spot without a lot of thinking, with just a little bit of usage. And a sling that you made, like a purpose-built sling, can still be used for so many other things. Again, you could technically use it as the rope of a meteor hammer. You could technically use it as the rope of a rope dart. You could technically use it as, I don't know, a fucking belt as an example. The only thing keeping you from using the sling as pretty much anything in existence is your fantasy. And that's the same reason why I like knives so much. The only thing that's keeping you from using a knife for pretty much anything in existence is the fact that you're not using it for that. And this is why I'm so incredibly fascinated by it. It looks so simple and so stupid. I would really rather, like aesthetically speaking, I'd rather learn a bow. But what is harder to come by? Arrows or literally everything else? What is harder to maintain? A bow where the string could break, where you need the right type of string to create the right type of tension, where you need the right type of shape of stick to create the right type of tension, because otherwise the thing breaks or your aim is not accurate enough, or a literal piece of cloth. And for everybody who's shit talking on the sling, do you know what people like to do on a sling? Which I don't, because I like to be stealthy as fuck. They like to frazzle out the end of the sling that you let go of in the middle of a throw. And why? Because the sling, like the projectile and the end of the sling, get fast enough to break the sound barrier. Like for the actual projectile to get actually that fast, you need a lot of training. But just by using the sling normally, the end of your sling gets fast enough to break the sound barrier, and that then sounds like the whiplash. That's literally the whiplash sound that you know. That's also literally just a piece of string breaking the sound barrier. And that's what naturally happens by using a sling.
Okay, now I get it, lol. It's not even just slings are cool, it's that every time you think you've reached the end of what you can do with one, your brain goes, wait, hold on, what if I use this instead?
Yeah! There's nothing stopping you from being literally the biggest fucking menace in existence just because you have a piece of cloth roughly large enough that you can throw shit with it. So yeah, now we have a jailbroken PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, but I think we need to do some other things next.
Hier PlayStation Network kann man einfach überspringen.
Mhm.
Natürlich eintragen, was ihr wollt.
We have our account Drapers.
Öffne ich einmal das Apollo Save Tool.
Mhm.
Hier können wir dann einfach mit dem Stick oder dem D-Pad nach rechts navigieren bis auf User Tools.
Mhm.
Dann hier auf die zweite Option PS4-Konten aktivieren und wählen dann hier unseren neuen User aus. In dem Fall habe ich es einfach Niklas genannt. Gehe ich einmal drauf.
User Tool. Activate PS4 accounts.
Die ID lassen wir dann einfach so, wie sie standardmäßig hier drin steht. Bestätigen mit R2. Sieht man ja, Konto erfolgreich aktiviert, ein Systemneustart ist notwendig. Machen wir gleich. Nope,
Okay.
Jetzt die Konsole neu.
Okay, we gonna restart the PS4. But again, it's similar with knives. If you, I'm weird like that. I loved knives since I was a little fucking child. I played around with a Leatherman in my pocket, despite the fact that I had nothing to use that fucking thing on. But I sometimes just randomly ran into the woods and, I don't know, made little spears and shit. You don't even have, you can, or just made little holes and stuff that I need a hole
This is
in.
kinda reminding me of last time I was here. LOL, we somehow ended up talking about world building and punk genres for ages. I don't know if you remember that.
I know, I remember that. I recently had a similar situation with a friend of mine I know of Discord, where we we talked about the origins of the modern English language. And I told him a bunch of stuff like how the original English before England got invaded by French-speaking Vikings, which is such an insane concept to know about. But before English got invaded by French-speaking Vikings, English was a lot closer to German back then. Like, English and German basically were like Spanish and Italian nowadays. They're still their own languages, but they still sound very close to each other if you don't speak any of those. And only since when they got taken over by these French-speaking Vikings, these very, very weird oddities in the English language happened to pop up. Like, for example, that English is one of the only languages where you have a specific word for each type of meat and that where they don't just use the corresponding animal. Every other language, or almost every other language, as an example, German, for example, if we talk about pork, we say Schweinefleisch. And this basically just means pig meat. But English has its own word for it, and that is pork. And the reason for that is incredibly interesting. And that is because as the people who got taken over, all the natural English people basically became the lower class, and all the other people who obviously naturally spoke more French than anything became the upper class. And as the upper class, they didn't deal with all the meat and all of the gritty and physical stuff really, because they got everything served to them anyways. So when they talked about an animal, they called it pork or something. But if the lower class talked about an animal, they talked about the animal as the animal. So that way, it became a norm that if you mean the finished product, like what is the finished product of a pig, it's pork. It's the fucking meat. And that's the same thing with everything else. That's why they call beef beef and not cow meat. That's why they call veal veal and not baby cow meat. You get the point. And that's also where the different words for sky and heaven come from. Because every other language, or most other languages, have only one word for this. In Germany, we say Himmel. And Himmel means both sky and heaven. But in English, in actual English, the upper class didn't really, when they talked about the sky, thing, they usually mean it in some kind of divine sense, because what else are they supposed to talk about? Like, when I'm going to heaven, blah blah blah, in that way. But if a normal peasant talked about the sky, they didn't care about divinity. If all they cared about is get their fucking job done and survive to the next day. So they talked about the sky. So that way, basically, we got two different words for sky and heaven, despite that in every other language being the same thing. But that way, in English, that became two separate things. Does that make sense?
Habe ich den darauffolgenden Schritt ohne einen Reboot durchgeführt, weswegen das im Nachhinein so ein paar Komplikationen ausgelöst hat. Deswegen einmal kurz rebooten und dann den nächsten Schritt erst ausführen. Hier wählen wir nun den Vu-User aus. Und oben links in der Ecke können wir jetzt sehen, dass das Goldhand-Logo wieder durch das PS Plus Logo ersetzt wurde. Fragt man sich, ist der Jailbreak jetzt weg? Naja, das ist nämlich die Natur der PS4 Jailbreaks, die sind nämlich nur tethered. Das heißt, nach jedem Neustart muss man ihn erneut aktivieren. Aber halb so schlimm, gehe ich hier wieder nach unten und öffne die Vu-App. Einfach wieder mit Kreis wegdrücken. Hier dann wieder erneut auf Jailbreak gehen. Und hier sehen wir jetzt leider Error, Net Control failed, Shutdown and try again. Okay, kann passieren, wie ich gerade eben erwähnt habe, es klappt nicht immer First Try.
Jailbreak success. Okay, apparently I have to always restart that jailbreak. But yeah, but that's all with your stuff because I want to talk about a friend of mine. But yeah, this I talked about this with a friend of mine, and we had this giant discussion about how the modern English and German language developed nowadays. And then I got into a rant about exactly the topic that I just said. And then I basically mentioned, when he said like, oh yeah, now I basically know how your streams are usually going. And I was like, yeah, I literally had recently an entire I literally just held an entire lecture a few days ago about punctualness on Thursday. And I only know it's your Thursday because I know that I talked about punctualness and that I called Steel Rising technically mecha punk, and that I know that it was Steel Rising because Thursdays I'm playing Steel Rising. Restart.
Diesmal sehen wir, hat funktioniert. Können wir mit dem PS-Button wieder zurückgehen. Hier sehen wir nun wieder, Goldhand ist aktiviert, alles gut. PS-Button gedrückt halten, Power und dann wieder den Nutzer wechseln. Öffnen nun wieder Apollo Save Tool. Gehen dann auf das zweite hier für USB-Saves. Und unten sehen wir hier, wir haben ja noch Application.
Switch User. Okay. Oh, you know what? Because you asked, I have another very interesting fun fact for you about the English language.
Okay, this is exactly what I remembered. You start with one random fact and somehow there's an entire history lesson behind it. You genuinely seem to love figuring out why things became the way they are. Did you build your own character lore like that too, or was that a completely different process?
I was somewhere in between of my how I grew up and a lot of and I don't wait. Let me do this for a second. I really need to need to do this first because the music is really distracting.
Von PSVu, den wir gerade eben noch kopiert hatten vom PC. Denn dieses Backup kopieren wir hier einmal auf die HDD.
Copy save. Wait, what did?
Den wir gerade eben noch kopiert hatten vom PC. Denn dieses Backup kopieren wir hier einmal auf die HDD.
Save to a HDD.
Funktioniert, perfekt. Und nun starten wir die Konsole einmal neu.
Okay, restart. Okay, where I did this with my lore, basically. I have a
All good LOL, fix the music first.
I have this habit of mine that when I systematically go to sleep, like if I actually go to sleep with the plan of going to sleep, that I like to listen to horror stories while doing so. So, yeah, I have the tendency of loving to listen to horror stories. And at some point, I was just randomly thinking, you know what, I really love the Norse mythology, but I never really listened, like, actually listened to a rendition of the Norse mythology. I only know, like, bits and pieces of it. So yeah, in this similar way, I then started to listen to a audiobook that I found on YouTube that is basically just about the Norse mythology. And in that Norse mythology, I realized a handful of small things. And all the things that I realized while listening to this, I built into my lore. One of these, for example, is that I used to call all of my followers demigods. Simply because of one very specific thing. That in that story, in that version of the Norse mythology, what the Norse gods loved to do was invite people into their ranks. Like out of nowhere, just like this. This is how Loki got into the Norse realm. Odin literally just thought, hey yo, you're funny, I like you. Come live with us. And this is literally how Loki became the god of mischief. Like, before that, he was just, in quotation marks, just a giant. And because he was just a giant, in quotation marks, his godhood truly came, or he only really became a god the moment he got invited into Asgard. Most other, and there are other gods outside of the Asgardian god, or the Arsen gods, as one likes to say. Or as it's actually called. Not Asgardians, that's the wrong term, that can stay in the MCU. The MCU Norse mythology is a completely different one anyways. I don't touch that with a 10 feet pole, a 10 kilometer pole, not even. Because that is a kindly different can of worms. But in the Norse mythology, in the rendition that I learned, people just basically got invited into godhood. And this is basically my entire point when I'm streaming. Like, if you're following me, I'm inviting you into my realm. Which is also why for like a week ago, everybody of my followers who followed me on Discord was therefore called a demigod, because technically, you aren't technically gods, but I invited you into my realm, and therefore you are partially gods by default. Another really interesting piece of lore, which I took for my lore, is that giants can be anything. Like, anything can be a giant. Giants, and I'm not even meaning that, and I not mean that like, yeah, I'm a giant because I'm say so. No, a giant can look like anything. There are giants that had over 10 feet. There are giants that had a multiple amount of arms. There are giants that look like a little fucking snake. That is Jörmungandr. Jörmungandr is a snake. But he is, first and foremost, a giant. And he is a snake. Or he looks like a snake because he is a giant. Because giants can look like anything. Or can be born as anything. Loki is, because of this, also the god of giants. Because he can shapeshift. Loki can shapeshift. So he's also the god of giants because he encapsulates the one special thing that makes the giants, and that is that they can look like anything when they are born. That's also why Fenrir and Skull and Hati, despite them being wolves, are still giants, because they're all descendants of Loki. And that's also why that is my reason why I look humanoid. Because despite the fact that giants can look like anything and can basically create children with anything, the most dominant, the people who in my lore came to this world and became the basis of why we know about the Norse mythology, they basically also intermingled with each other. So in that group of people who came here, gods and giants and humans lived together as like one society, because all they had in common that they escaped Ragnarok, which was also part of the lore that I stole. Because at the end of that story, Ragnarok destroys Midgard, and Midgard is the entire world. Not just where the humans live, not just where Valhalla is, not just what is connected to Asgard. Midgard is the entire world. And with and everything in Midgard was just basically a part of it. And because Ragnarok destroyed the entirety of Midgard and everything connected to it, everything that survived that fight, or everything that fled from that fight, went somewhere else and came to Earth. And by coming to Earth, accidentally creating the Norse mythology and mythos. And because giants can basically mingle and mingle with everything and can also look like everything, they at some point got to meet the gods and the mythical creatures from here. Got together, some of them got together with dragons, and I am I'm a descendant from that line. Which means I'm literally, as my name might suggest, I don't think that any of you noticed unless I told you, that literally makes me a dragon wolf. Like a humanoid one, because I haven't unlocked my divinity yet. And technically that's also why I'm working on Blender, because I'm working on myself and unlocking my full potential. And by unlocking my full potential, I also mean that I'm working on my avatar. But yeah, I don't know if hello, another rant that took me 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Hier melden wir uns dann mit dem neu erstellten Account an, öffnen dann hier erneut die PlayStation Vu-App. Den Hinweis können wir wieder skippen. Hier dann erneut den Jailbreak ausführen. Und eine Sache, die wir jetzt noch machen können, ist einmal die App neu zu starten. Wenn wir euch vorhin noch erinnern könnt, hier steht immer
Success.
This service requires you to log into PlayStation.
So wait. Close application and start again.
Network, bla bla. Hier unter dem Payload-Menü haben wir nämlich die Option für Fake Sign-in.bin. Denn dieser Payload überschreibt sozusagen diesen Parameter, dass unser Account dann halt als online wieder gelistet ist, dem also vorgaukeln, dass ein PSN-Account vorhanden ist. Wählen einmal diesen Fake Sign-In Payload aus. Sehen wir nun Fake Signed-In bei Earth Onion. Bevor wir neu starten, um das Ganze mal zu zeigen, gehen wir nochmal zurück auf Einstellungen, denn wir können das Ganze auch automatisch laden lassen. Denn hier haben wir einmal Auto Labs, das ist der Exploit bis 12.52. Und dann einmal, so ironisch es sich anhören mag, Auto Poop. Das ist nämlich der Exploit für 13.00. Den können wir dann einmal anklicken. Automatisch schließen ist auch ganz gut, dann, sofern es halt erfolgreich gelaufen ist, schließt die App sich automatisch. Denn hier haben wir einmal Auto aus, sehen wir nun Fake Signed In bei Earth Onion. Bevor wir neu starten, um das Ganze mal zu zeigen, gehen wir nochmal zurück auf Einstellungen.
Okay. Config. All close. Auto Labs.
Wir können das Ganze auch automatisch laden lassen. Denn hier haben wir einmal Auto Labs, das ist der Exploit bis 12.52. Und dann einmal, so ironisch es sich anhören mag, Auto Poop. Das ist nämlich der Exploit für 13.00. Den können wir dann einmal anklicken. Automatisch schließen ist auch ganz gut, dann, sofern es halt erfolgreich gelaufen ist, schließt die App sich automatisch.
Okay, wait, that actually connected way more than I expected. LOL. So the humanoid look is basically where your character is right now, not necessarily the final form. Do you already know what that full potential version is supposed to look like, or are you still figuring that part out?
I have figured that out ages ago. But the thing is, I don't want to... On one hand, I want to talk about it. But when I talk about it, I sound like a furry. But also, again, my name literally just means dragon wolf, so what more? How more furry can I sound? Realistically speaking.
Kann man anschalten oder ausschalten, wie man möchte.
Oh, yeah, of course. Turn the fucking music off, it's distracting me so hard.
Jailbreak-Verhalten können wir eigentlich auf Auto lassen, wieder zurückgehen, denn damit wird die Config einmal gespeichert und nun können wir hier das Ganze einmal neu starten wieder.
Good. So another restart. Again, it's up. If you want me to tell you what it's supposed to look like, I can. You're welcome, because technically there. 3 or 4 shapes. Depends. Again.
Oh, okay, so you've had that part locked in for ages. LOL. Fair enough, I won't make ya spoil it, but now I'm kinda impressed you've been sitting on the full form this whole time.
Yeah. I've been sitting on the idea of the whole form full time. But doesn't mean that it's necessarily there. I need to work on it first.
Und nun haben wir hier den Luxus, können wir einmal hier wieder den Jailbreak erneut ausführen. USB-C kann mittlerweile übrigens raus. So, führen wir nun aus.
Wait.
Sehen hier, kein Sign-In-Hinweis kommt und er führt automatisch alles aus. Und ja, das ist ein exemplarisches Beispiel von einem Fail. Wenn genau das passiert, Konsole wieder neu starten, erneut versuchen. Fehler in der Systemsoftware ist aufgetreten, interessant. Auf jeden Fall hat er die App jetzt geschlossen.
Works.
Da kein Fehler kommen. Naja, Jailbreaks sind halt immer noch so.
I mean, I can still tell you, because the moment that it will take ages until I actually get to the part that we actually have this shape. And again, technically there are gonna 3 different entities connected to me as the god of Barista. Or to me as the divine, as just the god in general. Does that make sense? So it's up to you if you want to hear it, because I think you're the only one listening anyways at the moment. No, Yellow Kid, are you still there? How much annoyance is there?
Aber da sind wir. Hier haben wir wieder Gold 10 und alles lief gerade eben automatisch. Eine Einstellung, die ich euch in Gold 10 auf jeden Fall empfehlen kann, ist hier unten unter Settings einmal Rest Mode Support zu aktivieren. Heißt auf jeden Fall, ihr könnt in den Ruhemodus gehen Und nach Aufwachen aus dem Ruhemodus ist Goldhand weiterhin aktiv. Zeige ich euch einmal. So, die orange LED leuchtet. Drück mal wieder den PS-Button. Konsole sollte wieder gleich aufwachen.
The Playroom.
Und da sehen wir, Goldhand lebt weiterhin. Heißt, wenn ihr bevorzugen solltet, dass eure Konsole länger im Ruhemodus ist, als dass sie ausgeschaltet ist, ist das auf jeden Fall ein Segen. Und ja, von da aus sind euch keine Grenzen gesetzt. Solltet ihr noch weitere Fragen haben, gerne in den Kommentaren dalassen auf jeden Fall. Wenn ihr meine Arbeit unterstützen wollt, könnt ihr gerne einen Like und ein kostenloses Abo auf diesem Kanal dalassen. Würde mich wirklich sehr, sehr freuen. Kurbelt auf jeden Fall sehr stark die Produktion dieser Videos an und ihr müsst dafür halt wirklich gar nichts zahlen. Shoutouts gehen auf jeden Fall raus an die Entwickler, die ich hierfür...
Where is the sound coming from? I'm seeing a sound being registered on the sound halo, of course, but I don't see it actually. I can't hear it actually, which is really annoying.
Oh, absolutely, tell me lol, you can't casually drop 3 or 4 different forms after all that and expect me not to wanna hear the rest.
Oh. You got yourself something. Oh, now you want me to do a Pyraminx. Okay. Well, yeah. First of all, there's obviously the divine beast shape, and that is a space of a very old creature design of mine that I had in mind. Like literally just combining and trying to combine a wolf with a dragon without actually like being too fucking basic, because come on, everybody can make a second Xenogear or something, but I didn't want that. So my mixture of wolf and dragon is like a very crazy combination of a long dragon and a wolf. But the long part literally is just that he has that he has such a giant ass tail that if you don't see him up close, basically, it seems like he's a snake. Wherefore he has that thing has 2 wings with 2 wings on its back with hand like paws basically on it, and on the rest of its morphic tail, Vtuber tail basically, it has like gliders on it, similar to how Rayquaza also has gliders on it, but in this case they're actually functional. In addition to that, the pelt that is growing on top of the scales, basically, and I have so much unnecessary information about how the physiology works, and that I have this idea in my head for ages, so don't worry. So first of all, the scales themselves are can bulk up when, or can start to shine red when the pulse is when the pulse rises. When the pulse rises, the blood circulation through the scales gets more intense. They harden up that way a little bit, and they start to shine a little bit into red. After my rant, by the way, I'm going to do the Pyraminx. And also the pelt is gonna work like a reverse winter coat. Like in the summer, it's gonna be it is more on the white side to repel heat, and in colder areas, it's gonna go into the more darker, more blackish side, to absorb heat, and therefore basically save on ways of, keeping itself warm. That is just the animal version. The animalistic humanoid version that way basically would be just would be basically a draconic fairy, basically, with a white coat that turns black in colder areas, and a tail that is long enough that that I could technically wrap it around myself to use as, well, things like, for example, a belt. Because how the fuck do you want to hide a tail that is probably longer than your entire body yourself, but also thick enough to be your upper arm. The wings would be mostly carried like the hands basically would be mostly on the shoulders, therefore giving it a bulkier look than it actually is, but therefore would drape down like a constant cape, basically. The shadow version, yes, there's a shadow version of both, would be that the wings lose shape. But instead of one pair of wings, that would be, instead of one pair of wings that has these hand-like paws, it would be in a countable measure, at minimum 8 to 16 very thin-looking spider-like arms that all together still could work as wings, but they all on their own basically can be used as separate arms and can therefore interact, can therefore also appear like some type of extension of your eyes. They don't actually have eyes, but they have because they are literally just like manifested shadow, they can sense things around them. The normal arms can do that too, but they can just do that in the normal amount as to how it works with spiders, for example. I don't know if you know that, but the hair on spiders is for to detect vibrations, and also vibrations in the air a lot better. I think I actually have that sense, and I'm not kidding. But that's a different story. Like the shadow version basically with the shadow version's wings would basically lose their entire shape in both of them, and therefore the pure animalistic version, the pure beast shaped version, would basically be like a horror shadow wolf that can follows you around and completely fills up the space by just grabbing randomly the ceiling and the floor and the walls around him to give himself more stabilization and to block everything every way off that you possibly have. Same thing with the humanoid beast shape. That obviously does the same fucking thing. But the day version, the not shadow version, is like the friendly, is acts incredibly friendly, unless you're not acting friendly towards it. But that's my entire life philosophy. If you're friendly towards me, I'm friendly towards you. If you're not friendly towards me or towards my family, I'm going to fucking murder you. What do you mean, anger issues? I don't know what you're talking about. And obviously, all of these also have a female fucking shape because I don't fucking care about gender. Also, the actual beast shape would have like small underling variant of it, which would be not bigger than a cat, like maybe a little bit smaller than a cat. So you have like these things that look from afar like a bit of an oversized snake But in the end, you see them mostly run around normally or fly, because that's just easier for them to run around. Oh, I actually have such a cool idea for like them in for nah, that stretches it. Nah, that doesn't stretch. Yeah, the idea originally for these things was like a really fantastical idea that. Imagine me actually gaining these abilities, and I would actually create these animals in a way that they actually like exist in or are capable to exist in nature. Then I would give them a similar ability to how chameleons are able to disguise themselves. And in this case, the dragon wolves would be like hive creatures, but they themselves, like the queen dragon wolf in this case, would basically be its own hive. It would have small little it would have specialized scales under which the smaller ones can basically hide themselves behind, and the smaller ones can go out and like take care of poachers and shit. Like, can get rid of all the like all the assholes who disrespect nature. but this is something from a very young age. All the other things are like the refined stuff where I took out all the overly fantastical bullshit that isn't possible anyways, and then is not really possible nowadays either, but now it's just part of my character development. If you know what I mean. Also, let's get my Bloodborne disc. I'm getting my Bloodborne disc. Also, you sure you don't want me playing Infamous Second Son? Oh, wait, I think I know why Bloodborne is visible on there. I think Bloodborne is in there. Well, then let's put my save file on there. And while we do that, but yeah, I know that have fun with the weird pictures that I just
Okay, now I see why you said you had this figured out ages ago. LOL, it's not just wolf dragon different forms. You've actually thought about how the anatomy behaves differently in each one, especially that shadow version turning the wing structure into all those separate arm-like things. That's such a weird visual in the best way, hee.
Yeah, I really wanted to have something nightmarish about it. But the light version would be the more comfortable version to run around in, you know, under daytime situations and stuff. While the like the shadow version is pretty much supposed to be nightmare fuel. So Wait, nah, I'm just gonna... Yeah. Okay, save data. I'm gonna go and copy that. And put that in here. Also. Where's my Rubik's Cube camera? There it is. Ah, good. Ah! I didn't even turn on the fucking thing, but here it is. There's the pyramids. And I'm gonna scramble it for a second. I'm currently wearing one of my favorite jackets. This is one of my favorite jackets. It also has like a zipper that goes up to the actual hood. So yeah, this is my type of how I dress myself. I don't really like actual hoodies. They're too... I don't know. It always feels like I have a collar around my neck. A too tight one when I'm wearing a normal hoodie. I don't know why. It's really weird.
Yeah, that contrast makes way more sense now. LOL. One form you can actually live with day to day, and then the shadow one is basically nightmare mode. Are you planning to build all these forms yourself in Blender, or would you want to bring someone in for some of it?
Well, if I actually start working on my backstory game, which would be something in between Coffee Talk and Hollow Knight Silksong, and Shadow of a Ninja, or whatever it's called. If I actually have that one, if I actually am going to build that one, then I might need a little bit of help. There is the thing. And there the nightmare version and whatnot will make a lot more sense, because the entire story concept of my game, if you didn't know, would be that you're basically having this cafe that you're dealing with, and over the course and at night you're doing some odd jobs. And when you're dealing with your customers, you get to know them, you get closer to them, you learn their stories, and sometimes you realize they have problems. And when you realize that, you are taking care of these problems. And that's not always the kind way. Sometimes it's like literally, yeah, I'm going to beat the shit out of you and tie you to your own chair and break the door handle of your own fucking flat so that you will never be able to get out of here and rot alive in there. That's a possibility. So you basically have this night mode where you actually have to stealth and be, stealthy and do all that stuff. But you also have therefore you have parkour and shit in it. And once the prologue is over, the actual story then comes, and then you basically start to be able to go to Old Midgard, or what is left of Old Midgard, and why it is the way it is. And then you slowly but surely unlock your divine capabilities, and therefore you learn skills and manage to uncover the actual capabilities of the god of Barista in action. And in this case, despite the fact that he does these op jobs, and despite the fact that he does a lot of parkour, and a lot of other stuff. Despite these things, you still got a barista because this is where most of your faith comes from. You were working at that cafe, and through that cafe, most people that you helped got to know you. And when you're able to like make little to open up shop in special towns in Yggdrasil, your place basically becomes a spot known for what's it called? For cosplaying, because suddenly elves and dwarves and whatnot manage to visit your cafe, because even though the doors at a different place, they still all lead to the same place, which makes it also a really fast hub for you if you want to do something in Yggdrasil. If you want to do something in New Midgard, I don't know why, they definitely don't know why I said Yggdrasil there. When you want to do something in Old Midgard at a certain place, but all you have to do is just leave your cafe. But to get a new place in a cafe, you have to go to that place first, do some quest at that place, do some favors for these people, and then, I'm going to solve this now. And then you can open up shop there, and therefore get a new round of customers. Yeah, I have that also completely worked out. I know. I should start working on it at this point. But I'm not good enough at modeling shit. And all that stuff. And I don't know what kind of engine I'm supposed to use yet, because Unity is talking about implementing AI features, and I don't want AI features in the fucking engine that I'm using. Anyways, I'm now actually going to solve this now. Good. Where do we start? We're gonna start over there. You're also very good at starting here. Here we already have these two. We already have this too. This one too is actually completely surprising. This one. Good. Now we need the red one. There's the red one. Okay. Wait. Ha! Wrong position. I'm celebrating, but I'm having it in the wrong position. Wait, you belong to me. I'm not Emma Frost. I'm not sexy enough to be some Emma Frost. I can already tell you that. Wait, this is where I want to start. Yes. Now I have you in there. And I have you. There's the blue. Now where's blue and yellow, the cornerstone? Blue and yeah, there's the blue and yellow cornerstone. That's a really bad placement, but hey, I know how to get you out of there. Come on, get in there. Here. Now that's in there, which means the blue and yellow cornerstone is here, which means I only have to move it over here. Here's the blue and yellow cornerstone now. Now, putting that in. Here, put it in. Good. Now, there's you. Also, obviously, I have to look like to the side to that thing, so I'm going to glitch out a little bit. I'm very, very sorry. Where the fuck am I? There I am. There I am. Good. Okay, then there's you. I put you here. Perfect. What else do I do? Okay, I have you to put somewhere where this ugly ass blue is. There's this ugly ass blue. And hey, look, perfect in the wrong order. Both are blue up there, but here's pink and green. Here's pink and green. Well, it's technically purple, but wait.
Okay, yeah, this is way bigger than I thought. LOL, you basically have the whole cafe game world loop living in your head already. I'm actually picturing something from what you just described, but I don't know if I'm connecting it right or overthinking it.
Well, why not both? Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, the idea basically would be that it is a game that I would also really love to play. Not necessarily a game that I would probably
This is probably way too much for Twitch chat, though. You use Discord.
I have Discord, yeah. Where the fuck are you? I need there it is. There it is. There it is. Good, good. Tuck, 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 tuck. Wait, tuck. Here I have it. Now there's this one in it. Okay, where are you? I need yellow, purple, orange. Yellow, purple, orange. There you are, yellow, purple, orange. Now I need to put you here, yellow, purple, orange. Here. Still don't know why you are here, but hey yo. I hate it when I'm fucking things up. Nice. This is done. This is done. I need you here, that's for sure. That's not the right yellow. No, no, no. That is the right yellow. There you are. Good. Now, suck. Okay, where is the...
Perfect. LOL, don't let me distract you from solving this first. What's your Discord ill at yet, and we can continue the lore brain rot there later.
Wait, how... Oh yeah, this way. Okay. Well, my Discord is Stripers. Do I look like a man with creativity now? Yep. The right one is already here. Why am I struggling so hard? Nah, that's not the right one. What the fuck am I talking about? The right one is here. That's where the right one is. Good. Now, where do I go? I go that way. And insert it. Ah, cool. Now I have here already the blue one. That is perfect. And it's wrong. What the hell? That's only wrong because I did a really dumb mistake. Why did I did this mistake? It doesn't make any sense. Good. Now to you, we put you in here. We put you in there. And yo, now you're in there. Good. Now you are in place. And yet I'm very glad that I capitalized on the fact that that almost no one would be dumb enough to call themselves DR4 POS. So I basically am named DR4 POS everywhere. Almost. Some places I made an account, had to dish it, and then I just have to do it again. Might also be that it's now the god of Barista on Discord, I'm not sure. Cause I know I had a account dr4_POS, which didn't do exactly what I wanted. Could have got hacked. But that's shit if that happens. You're in there. Put you here. Now you're in there. Now all I need to do is solve the godforsaken top
LOL,
part.
no rush, finish this first, send me the exact Discord name when ya get a sec.
Wait, I'm almost finished here. Ah, come on. Ah, good. You need to... You're right. You need to get over there.
Yeah, sure, keep it up.
Good. Now you're here. Now you're here. And... Yo, everything's sorted. All I need to do now is do this. Done. Well, done. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Also, that I put the safe data on that one.
Going a little late today, are we?
Oh, very. Wait, who are you? Yeah, I mean, come on, we almost had 3 hours. I also started way too late. Come on, I started like, what? 21? But hey, look at that. I got the game going. Also, I want to...
NGL, you were actually cooking with that thing, LOL, I would have given up 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm... 3D puzzles are one of my absolute favorites. System... Wait, backup and restore. I wanna know. I wanna know. Oh, save data on USB storage device. Copy to storage
In
system.
45 minutes my other VTuber starts streaming, cool, very little wait time. Hey.
Come on!
BTW, before I forget again, LOL, what's your exact Discord? I still wanna continue that lore convo sometime. Spaghetti.
Wait a second.
Oops,
I'm currently
they're
just
actually
trying
going on
to
break for
put
2
my
weeks,
get my
MB.
storage back in, get my save data back to my PC. Back to my PlayStation 4. There's no save data. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, you bitch. So here, PS4, save data. There is... Dude, also, hello. Hello, Skittles. How are you doing?
Stay for plation.
Come on, I just want to put my save data again. Save data and system storage. Copy to the USB storage device. What do you mean? Stay for plation. Oops, we're actually going to a break for 2 weeks. MB, my bad. Don't worry about it. Yes, as I said, if my thing is not wrong, I just want to put my Bloodborne save data on my godforsaken PC. No, I didn't. I just cracked my PlayStation 4. That's what I did, but that's not the issue. What do you mean USB storage device doesn't connect? I gonna murder you, Ed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Me cook, the crack and everything works completely normal. Also, let me check for a second, because I said for 3 times already that my... Yeah, it's just GER4POS. Like my actual stream name, you know? So I'm gonna dive down below. There's no safe. I fucking hate you. I specifically saved my data on that thing. I hate everything. You know what? Let's just start a new game of Bloodborne. Just to celebrate the fact that I'm now having a freshly cracked PlayStation 4. Also, the fact that it actually took that long is incredibly embarrassing.
Have you restarted since hacking it?
Have you restarted since hacking it? Actually, 3 times. That was kind of part of the entire thing. But you know what? Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's just restart again. Yay! Just DR4POS.
DR4POS.
That's my name. That's all that is. But hey, now my goal basically is to load some kind of cheap version of Bazite on it or something, and then use it as a very, very cheap pseudo Steam Deck. You know, because it will be so funny to actually like have an actual reason to use my PlayStation 4 now. Like before that, I didn't have it. I played through all of my games 3 times already. 3 times. Yeah, let's do that one first. I fucking hate you. Do you?
Dance Dance Revolution 4 pieces of sugar.
Safe data. Don't tell me there's no safe data on it, but I can literally see that there's overdata. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. I don't know the rest. Why would I want to download a newer version of Bloodborne? Bloodborne already is perfect. The only game that is like Bloodborne that I like to play a lot more is Lies of P, and I have that on my place, and I have that on my Steam thing. So I had to play a little bit of Bloodborne to celebrate the fact that I've freshly cracked PlayStation. Wait.
Was your USB plugged in when hacking? Did you use it to hack? If so, then you might have to format it on Windows or something.
I have to reformat it on Windows? That actually makes an odd amount of sense. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Why did you? That is not what I wanted. Why are you doing the thing that I don't want you to do? Just delete.
UST sent ya the request.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna make a thing called
just. It might have also caused the USB to be separated into two sectors or chunks or whatever, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You should check that on Windows as well.
So disconnected. Let's see. Maybe, but only maybe, we might be able to do this little thing I planned. Maybe, but really maybe, it doesn't fucking work even if I wanted to. So is there at least some kind of file manager that I can just put that shit in on my own? You know, like on every jailbroken console, there's usually some kind of file manager on there. Internet browser, playroom, library, capture gallery, library. Applications.
Alright, I'm going back to watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Adios.
You watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer? And not me? How can you we said we're gonna play a little bit of Bloodborne to celebrate, so yeah. Won't play a lot. We're just gonna play a little bit. But yeah, adios, Skittles. It was very nice to have you here. Like, I'm very thankful that you've been here. Ew. There's only one true name I can go by. Technically, I always name myself just, you know, Drapers, but no, I don't give a damn. Mature. Lone survivor. Military veteran. Waste of skin. Violent past. Terribly violent past. Rash but stronger for it. Troubled childhood. Military veteran. Blood tinge. Noble scion. Vitality. You know what? Let's just go with that one. And then appearance. Honestly, I have. You both look ugly as hell, so I don't give a damn. Let's just. Scale adjustment. Head.
Nah, military veteran feels way too normal for the stream. Pick something with a little more chaos.
I don't know what I picked again. I don't know if I picked military veteran or something. Oh, I know. I'm going with Magister Bright. Because technically, Magister was originally, and therefore MG Bright. Because technically, Magister was earlier like a word how you call doctors or something. Magister was like, I think we were highly educated people, like mathematicians and shit. Someone once suggested that it would be very cool to use that term nowadays to refer to someone in a more formal matter, if they consider themselves to be I can't do the thing that I want to do and I'm not when I'm female. That's the problem. Yeah, you know what? We just go law accurate. Troubled childhood. Built. My actual law accurate build is more that one. Bottom heavy. But let's go with barely. Scale adjustment. I like that number.
Okay, Magi Stir definitely fits the stream way better. LOL. Of course, you picked the one with a whole history lesson attached to it.
Yeah. I know I'm a pale as fuck bastard, but that is too pale for me. Wait, why do I make you red? I think I went with that one. That had style. That makes me look like I think like I'm anime protagonist. Technically I am, but I don't go into normal things. Yeah, let's recreate our favorite twink. But no, let's do not. Let's go with that one. Better style. Hair color. Now you're gonna find out soon why I call him Mr. Bright. You might have an idea already. But welcome to my design philosophy and Souls Likes. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I want this to be violently pink. Yo, perfect. Yo, eyelashes. And the eyelashes are gonna be red. Welcome to the reason why it's called Mr. Bright. If you didn't know, now you know. Pupils. Ooh. Size pupils. Color pupils. Wait. Damn, I would kill to have heterochromia. Wait, that wasn't... No, that is not what we agreed on. Tattoo. Tattoo mark. To mark color? Not saying that one. Glasses. Oh, cyberpunkian glasses. Or steampunkian glasses. But they are steampunkian glasses. I'm going with that one. Ooh, cut off my glasses. What's gonna change? Yeah, kinda don't want that. Oh, sure, why not? It's turquoise now. Okay. Phoenix, you have a better face, but your skin color is a bit too dark for what I usually want to do. Which means I have to re-pick the skin color. Base skin color. Are you green? Why are you yellow? Are you jaundiced? Which has nothing to do with the character John from Tensei Shitara's line that Ken dissing you. That is pure coincidence. Damn. Oh damn. This is getting too complicated. Okay, I don't want to spend that much time here. I'm sorry. Anyways, save to favorites. Good. Now we're just gonna continue. Finish. Yes. Wooden shield. A crude wooden shield used by the masters who have arisen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally employ shields, ineffectual against the strength of the beasts as sage wrists. Special materials used in the holy chalice ritual, a body part of a saint sacrificed. No, I accidentally turned off the skip. Yeah, sorry, I don't care about you a lot. But yeah, the reason why I call him Mr. Bright is because he has bright ass color. Bright ass colored hair, despite the fact that he is in this incredibly dark world. So I always joke around that he's probably the brightest thing in the entire world. So yeah, Mr. Bright just started out as a nickname, and now it's the actual name of a character. Do you think we can kill him? Yes! Come on, murder me. No! I'm getting murdered! I know that was supposed to happen, but I really wanted to kill you without my weapons. And I almost could have and I've always could have gotten away with it. Crow feather gob. Attire worn by Eileen the Crow, Hunters of Hunters. Powder cakes. Yeah. And now I'm touching that puppet inappropriately, I know. Oh, our character's such a weirdo. Oh, there's only one right weapon. The axe, of course. What the hell are you thinking? Notebook. Closed. Oh, I love this weapon. Really, give me a game with transforming weapons and I immediately fall in love with you. Wayne, why the hell do you think I like? Why? Why do you think do I like this weird game called? Why do you think did I like Ruby so much? Until Faye did the thing. Don't worry, it's nothing bad if it did. I'm just incredibly personally pissed. Oh no, an item. Search corpse. Oh no, a blood vial. Who would have thought? Oh no, that's also an item. Another blood vial. Oh, what are you? Restore HP. I don't give a damn. I have enough HP to not care about that yet. If there's so many corpses around here, I have a hard time picking only one to loot. Close by a device. I already heard very disgusting noises that I don't want to hear. And I know why they are there. That's the worst part about all of this. Central Yarnum. I always went down there, but I never really looked through it. The fact that you even tried to murder me is depressing. You were cursed. Ah. Ah, fuck you. I didn't want to use that. I always talk about how cursed you are, but never think about how cursed they are. I mean, I hear something here that sounds very cursed. I'm not hearing you complain about that, bastard. I mean, technically, I do, but not now. Thank you for dying. Thank you for dying with Draper's Enterprises. We appreciate you for taking our service. Draper's Enterprises is not responsible for any kind of collateral damage that might happen during the execution of our contract. Ow, ow, ow. Oh. And boom! Thank you for dying. You're that cursed beast. All I am is a normal dude who just got a very, very suspicious blood transfusion. Hey, I might look the way I do because that was a really, really bad blood transfusion. No! Ow. No! That sucks. But you died, whatever. Monocular. Monocular used to view things up close. Not a hunter's tool, but a simple antique. Threaded cane. Who cares about threaded cane? I have the best weapon anyways. No, everybody says they have the best weapon, but I have the best weapon. Yes. I love heavy attacks. Blood echoes retrieved. That is. Tempering Bloodstone. Trophy earned. Close by device. Ew, disgusting. Molotov cocktail? What did I do? I know nothing about your problems or whatever. Great. Huh? Oh. You are not wanted here. What are you talking about? You're all so incredibly unfriendly. No wonder no one wants to do. Wants to make any vacation plans here. What do you mean if you were cursed? I didn't do shit to you. Just because you make a giant problem out of, well, what's basically nothing, doesn't mean that I have to be the source of all of bullshit. You even scream, help me! I'm trying to help you, but you're attacking me for no reason, so I'm attacking you back, you know? Law of equivalent treatment, I guess. Boy, you bastard. What do you mean, burn? You have to, you know, hold your, what's it called, torch much closer to my body if you want to make me burn. I know what I'm talking about. I have experience. Death upon you. Yo. Nice. But I don't really like the sound of whatever's going on over there. Yes! Okay, now it's dead. Well, I don't need to murder everybody all the time. Nope, nope. Boy, I hate you monster crows. Just go away. Come on. No one really likes you anyways. Ah, that wasn't good. Oil urn. Cut. Yo, everything worked out. I don't need to testify anything here, I guess. Close by device. Alright, let's just go over here. Let's pick that thing up. Let's hope we go to the manage to get to the next safe space. Yes. Good. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. You're also dead. Ooh. Sliding around with the speed of sound. Oh, whatever. Damn, all of that really isn't a good thing for me, is it? No, really, that all looks like it would suck balls. No. But hey, that's actually a pretty good time to just, you know, step for today. Anyways, I hope you had fun. For I did have fun. And I hope to see you in your next stream. In the next stream. Why did I say you? Video. Well, whenever you are watching this,